What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House for another Let's Play adventure with our electricity tune Australia here. Today I'm going to take you guys into the Watchtower mission here, where we will go over some of the things you need to do later on when you hit level 30. I know a lot of people have been asking about this stuff, wanting to know exactly what they need to do for the gear that you need to get to, go on to do the harder alerts and eventually get into the raids. So let's go ahead and start this Watchtower mission up real quick.
Oracle here. Great news. All your good work has made a difference. You are invited to the Watchtower. The Justice League officially invites you up to our satellite HQ. Get to the nearest teleporter, and I'll show you around.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll go through this Watchtower here. We are in the Chinatown PD, by the way. It's best to, wherever you're mentored out of, magic tech or meta, you want to start in this mission in your starting PD. So let's go ahead and get moving on here.
This is it, the Watchtower. We've retrofitted it a bit for all you new heroes. Green Lantern John Stewart drew up the plans. He's an architect. Just follow your mini-map and activate the consoles. I'll tell you about the place.
One of the things about these missions like this here with the Watchtower is you want to kind of, especially if you're a new player, you want to kind of pay attention to what Oracle's telling you and what the other NPCs are telling you in here in regards to exactly what you need to do for later game stuff and everything like that.
This is the Magic Wing, where Wonder Woman's magic forces meet up with other mystical heroes like Captain Marvel and Zatanna, the Amazons and the Sentinels of Magic. If you need mystical or magical equipment, the Magic Wing Vendor's Console carries just about anything a spellcaster can use.
Okay, so let's go on over here to where the vendor's at. Still flying a little slow here. Like I said, I haven't not gotten to the races yet. And here we'll see Wonder Girl over there selling some faction gear.
The Justice League Watchtower was specially designed to help heroes meet and get the equipment they need. But it's an unwritten JLA rule that you must gain renown with factions before you can obtain their exclusive gear. Our goal is to create solidarity with the entire hero cause.
Okay, let's go over here and let's talk to Wonder Girl real quick, because she's going to have some of the first gear that you're going to be able to purchase once you hit 30 that's going to help you out. It's not the best gear in the game by any stretch, and it's not better than the tier 1 gear, and in some cases some of the gear that you may already have when you hit 30 is going to be better than this stuff. But this can help fill in the gaps to improve some of your stats depending on what gear you have by the time you hit 30. Each piece costs 1 mark of triumph, and it requires that you have a cooperative renown with the Sentinels of Magic. Building up your renown, you'll see here, if I go to our deeds tab and we check out the renown, alright, you'll see that I only have a 180 renown. I'm still a bit a ways from getting cooperative. Most of the time, depending on how you do your missions and stuff, you will not have cooperative renown with any of the factions by the time you hit 30. Once again, that depends on how you level up your tune. Alright, if you go into some of the alerts and everything like that, you may build up your renown more with the factions. But the way I do my level up with my tunes, I've yet to have cooperative once I hit the 30 with them. But we have an investigation over here, so let's go ahead and grab that real quick.
Oracle here. That holo token shows the emblem of the Magic Wing. Magic users connect to the mystical forces of the universe. These heroes are mentored by Wonder Woman and work with the Sentinels of Magic.
Alright, before we continue on, we will go over here and we will check out the tier 1 gear. This is the tier 1 PvE gear. Okay, as you
If
can
you are
see,
worthy, this
once we
honor
talk to
can
Raven
be
here,
yours.
as you can see, it's got role-specific gear for every role: tank, healer, controller, and DPS gear. Um, and as you can also see, it costs a lot more Marks of Triumph than the regular faction gear. Um, Now, these marks are all earned through either doing daily challenges, which you can find from these kiosks down here, like this one, in each wing. There's going to be two here in the Magic Wing, there's two, I believe, in the Meta Wing, and there's four in the Tech Wing. Uh, Doing those challenges does not only builds up your renown, but it also gives you your Marks of Triumph. All right, so doing those can help out. Now here you have your Tier 1 PvP gear. This
Do your
PvP
powers
gear
match the greatness in your
is all
heart?
purchased by using
Aspire to this
influence.
ideal.
Again,
and
same
you
with
can earn
PvE
this
gear,
suit.
it's all role specific. You have your controller, DPS, tank, and healer. Um, and the influence cost varies depending on the piece that you're buying. But this is the gear that you want to wear in PvP. And a nice little ninja group invite there. Now the difference between PvE and
I am the
PvP
king
gear,
of Atlantis. Like
you'll
my
see here,
father
is
before me.
PvP gear has a toughness rating. As you see, these boots right here give a 223 toughness. Okay, PvE gear all has defense. Okay, that those are the differences, but that's the main difference right there between PvE and PvP gear. Now, some PvE gear is going to be have a lot better stats outside of your toughness, especially when in regards to your might and precision. Some gear is going to be a lot better. Some of the PvE gear is going to be a lot better. I highly suggest you not try and run PvP with your PvE gear on, because that makes you a glass cannon. Now, glass cannon builds are um, useful in PvP. I won't deny that, but once you are found out to be a glass cannon, you are going to be the first one that gets piled. And it's easy to find out who gets to be a glass can, who's running a glass cannon build, because they're gonna be the ones putting out a lot of damage. This is your tier 2 set.
Isn't it? It was
This is
crafted for
earned
warriors
by
ready to
using
stand
gaining
and fight for peace.
marks of distinction.
Show me
Again,
that's
same
you,
with the other gear.
and we'll
It's
build
got
your
role
suit.
specific gear: tank, DPS, controller, and healer. Marks of distinction are earned through either tier 2 raids, tier 2 duo, or tier 2 alerts, tier 2 duos, or through the original raids that were in the game. I'm sorry, not original raids, but the 3 Batcave raids and the Kondak raid. Now let's go ahead and move on over here. Oh, I have to go to the bank. Down here, this is the bank.
Each wing in the Watchtower has its own bank. Wayne Enterprises, Queen Industries, and others all contribute to a fund that rewards heroic activity and provides this secure storage for your gear.
Okay, now all the bank does is provide storage for your gear. So say you go in here and you open up the bank, and if I had, whatever gear I had in here, say I wanted to store something in here. So you say I want to store these starter colas in here. All you gotta do is select it and move it over. Now there's also the shared bank. The shared bank is a slot for you to share gear amongst your tunes, amongst your different characters. So say like I had this necromancer shoulder here dropped on one of my characters. I didn't need the style, and the shoulders I had were already better, so I put it in the shared bank. So if I'm on another one of my alts, I can go in here to the shared bank, and say, okay, I need this style. I'll take it and I'll move it over. This shoulder requires level 30 though, so I'm not going to try that right now. I'll just go ahead and leave it in there for now. But now let's continue on with our little mission here. And fly on into the central hub. And here's where you'll see the majority of people gathering up, trying to get groups together for raids and alerts.
Welcome to the Watchtower's central hub. You can get to just about anywhere in the Watchtower from here. All 3 wings, the mailboxes, the monitor womb, and the war room. The Watchtower itself is visible from Earth and maintains multiple security measures to keep the Society and villains at bay.
Okay, let's go in here to the monitor womb. Access this console real quick.
Welcome to the heart of the Watchtower. This is where the Martian Manhunter determines our global alerts from data in the monitor womb. The Huntress is also on hand, with investigations from the Question. Across the way is the Hall of Heroes, where Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman coordinate the League. Only official Justice League members can enter the hall.
Okay, as you can see, we have the Huntress over here with the mission force.
If you really want to fight crime, you'll need to do some detective work. Clues open up investigations, collections, and briefings to aid the good fight. Oracle's even rigged your interface to show colored markers when valuable information is near. Find one here in the Watchtower, then come back to me.
Okay, we'll go ahead. I know where this investigation is at that she's looking for, so we'll fly on up here and get this investigation.
Oracle here. That holo token represents the
We'll fly on
hub,
down here
the core
and
of the Watchtower,
complete the quest.
seat of heroic action for Earth.
Yep, that'd be a clue. See how many you can bring in, and I'll let the Question know you're on the case. She's not much of one for crowds, so just check your email. Happy hunting.
Alright, let's go ahead and complete this out here. Obviously, that's just an experience, no real reward. Alright, next stop is the Watchtower War Room. Now, down here in the War Room, you'll find mostly sparring targets. There's also a kiosk down here where you can buy Legends characters for Legends PvP. Also, you'll find down here, and I'll show it to you here in a second. Let's activate this real quick.
This is the Watchtower War Room, our state-of-the-art training area. Talk to Beast Boy for access to the simulator where you can practice other hero and villain moves. Ambush Bug takes care of our vault drops.
Okay, before we leave out of here, I just want to show this to you guys real quick. Little tip and everything, if you got the extra cash, you can come down here. You'll notice in your style feats that there's feats for completing certain styles like paramilitary and metalhead and biker. The majority of those styles can be purchased from these kiosks down here, okay? From these kiosks. Now, this one right here is where you will buy your exobytes for your Legends characters, and you can also trade in influence for Marks of Conquest. We will get to Marks of Conquest here in a moment. So, for right now, though, let's go on to the Reactor Core. But yeah, the paramilitary, metalhead, and biker sets, style sets, can be all bought down there in the war room from those consoles. So let's head on over here to the Reactor Core. Reactor Core is located in the Meta Wing. Fly on through here. Before we actually go down into the Meta Wing, or into the Reactor Core rather, we'll come over here. We'll grab that investigation.
That holo token shows the emblem of the Meta Wing. Metahumans gain their powers from their unique genetic heritage. These heroes are mentored by Superman.
Alright, in here, now out there, that suit of armor that you saw out there, that was the tier 2 meta PvE armor. Now in here is where you'll find the tier 3. This is the tier 3. Now, this armor can only be bought by getting Marks of Krypton, which you can only get either through the tier 2 daily alert or through the Fortress of Solitude raids. Each suit's unique to its own stance. So, this is your controller gear, this is your tank gear, your healer gear, and your DPS gear. Alright, so each stance has its own unique style. Let's go ahead and head on down to the reactor core here. For the last video, real quick, while we're heading down here, I wanted to apologize about the end of it there. My ability to speak without having uncontrollable hiccups took an arrow to the knee. So, yeah, it was. I do apologize for that. But okay, let's activate this console.
You're now at the Watchtower Reactor core. Starlabs and Firestorm rigged it to power the entire Watchtower. If you're looking to immediately take out some villains, you'll find Hawkman and Cyborg here with the latest intel.
Okay, now down here you will find what is going to be the first set of PvP gear that you can purchase. And it does cost cash. Down here you can buy, once you hit level 30, you can buy any of this gear for your specific role that you're playing, and use it for PvP. This is a lot of people consider this to be like the tier 1 set of PvP gear, but it's actually not considered that by the devs for the game. At this kiosk here, though, this is where you will buy either your first tier 1 trinket and tier 2 trinkets. This is also where you can purchase your tier 2 PvP weapons. These are the best weapons that you can get for PvP in the game. They are better than the weapons sold for influence from the vendors from the Diamond Heist and Rain War. You can also exchange influence in for Marks of Conquest. Marks of Conquest is what you will use to purchase the tier 2 PvP equipment and gear. Alright, let's head on over here to the Watchtower hangar. That is located in the meta wing. I'm sorry, the tech wing. Each wing's basically set up the same way, where you will have, faction vendors in each, and also have the faction specific PvE and PvP gear. The tier 1 PvP gear is located in the same area as the tier 1 PvE gear in the meta wing. So it'd be that staircase on the right that you would follow up. Head on down here to the Watchtower. Access this console.
The Watchtower hangar holds some small portion of the Watchtower fleet. The Flash is usually here with information on various races rigged all over the world.
Oh, and I see a collection all the way over here. For everybody looking to getting the Lightning Strikes DLC, the Tech Wing hangar here is where you would go to Central City and do all the new content from the new DLC. There. Now let's head on over here to the Aquacultural area. Aquacultural area. This is where you're going to go if you ever want to respec your powers or skill points for your 10. This is where you're going to want to go. It's in between the tech and meta wings. And did I miss? I missed a Q mark back here. So let's fly back, see if we get it. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, so we come over here.
Always nice to pass through the aquacultural area. A little green spot in the midst of this gigantic satellite. This is where we keep Star Lab's Recalibrating Attributes devices, or RADs. Want to refocus your skills to refine your edge? Take a look.
Okay, now for when you want to respec your powers and skill points, this is where you're going to want to go. You come up here to these up to this terminal right here, hold us down. It's going to ask you for 500 cash first time you go to do it to reset your traits. You just click OK, and it would completely blank out everything. You'd have to, you know, reselect. You can reselect your powers and reselect, designate where you want your skill points at. Now, the only reason why I'm heading back into the tech wing here is simply because I forgot about this investigation over here while we were flying by. Go ahead and grab that up so we can complete that investigation. Remember, completing investigations goes towards feats.
Shows the emblem of
If
the
you check
tech
the
wing.
first video
Tech users use advanced technology
in
and
this
gadgets
Let's
as
Play
their primary
series, I
tools.
provided a link
These
to
heroes
an
are
excellent
mentored
guide
by Batman.
on locating all of the briefings and investigations that apply to the completion feats currently in the game. Alright, now we are in the back in the middle wing. Come over this way here, I believe. And yeah, we'll come over this way so I can show you where the tier 2 PvP armor is located at. This is the Hall of Heroes, and this also completes my exploration feat for the Watchtower. This is the tier 2 PvP here. This is where you would go to when earning marks of conquest to purchase gear for for PvP. As you can see, the gear has varying costs depending on what piece you're buying. Also, you know, depending on how fast queues are going for you for PvP arenas, that'll determine how quickly you're able to get yourself geared up in full tier 2. But here we are back in the Magic Wing and leveling up.
So there you have it, the Justice League Watchtower. You're now part of a mighty, heroic tradition. Welcome, and make us proud. I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Alrighty.
Oracle out.
So now we've done that, let's go ahead and first we will go to our journal here and see what the new instance is, Gorilla Island. Just for the sake of organization and keeping things a little bit cleaner, journal, I always hide these alerts. The alerts they give you as you're going through the game, leveling up, and along with the arenas here, you'll notice I will hide those mission tabs simply because I want to keep a nice cleaner journal for when I'm going through trying to find, you know, which mission I gotta do next and everything. It makes it a lot easier to keep that cleaned up by hiding those. You can always complete them at any time while you're leveling up or after you hit level 30. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. Like I said, you know, this is a guide. This is how I level up my character solo. So you're in no way required to level your character up like this at all. But let's see, we also had received a couple of skill points, most likely I believe from completing feats and from leveling up here. So let's go ahead and go into our bow, where we have one more combo we can select to unlock, and now is when it gets down to decision time. You can either choose to choose some of the innate skills that are located within your weapon, or you can now go to a different weapon and spec into that. Now, one thing that you'll notice about this game also with style feats is there is a feat for having a total number of 500 styles. When I was first leveling up Super Patriot, I was nowhere. I felt like I was getting close to the 500 styles feats. I had the extra money at the time, and so I went down to the war room that I showed you before, and I bought every single style down there, and I still wasn't. Still did not get the 500 styles feat. However, with when in regards to weapons, those styles do count towards that style feat. So what you could do if you wanted, once again, personal choice here, you could spec into one of the other weapons, possibly one that you have in your inventory already, and that way you could equip that weapon to collect that style to help you get up. Myself personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this point here into my might innate to increase my might by 20 for right now, giving my total might score here a very paltry number, I'm sure, of a 501. That's just the way it goes sometimes. For the next mission, another thing that I like to do is try to do the lowest leveled mission first. That way I'm more leveled up for the higher level missions as they come up. So next video is going to be us going into Gotham and facing Bane. Until then, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do so by clicking that thumbs up or giving it a favorite. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. You all take care now. Bye.